Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we got some lovely hero, hey. The internet censorship just came to USA, and oh boy, is this gonna be a fucking doozy.
Welcome back, guys. So just yesterday we talked about the situation unfolding in the UK with new regulations
Dude, this
forcing
is
people to
so
give up their
wild.
personal information, such as face scans and credit card information, all under the
This
guise
is
of trying to
such a
protect
gray
children.
area.
We'll revisit this in a
Dude, what a
second for
load
anyone
of
who may
bullshit.
be out of the loop on that situation and the context there. We'll briefly take a look at just a few paragraphs on this article explaining what's been
I
going on.
love how they always use the guise of trying to protect children when in reality they give no fucks about kids. They don't. This is just another way for them to seize control and for them to be able to do all this stupid fucking dystopian shit and whatnot. It's always just a way for them to monitor everything you do. Because you never fucking know. You could be on the wrong fucking subreddits than your current politicians, and that's a big no-no. You can't oppose the government.
But first, I
It's
want to
fucking
get right
insane.
to the new situation, as similar stuff is actually unfolding right here in the US. As just hours ago today, a lot of people are talking about this tweet. It says, the Kids Online Safety Act is the US
Oh
equivalent
my
of the
god,
EU's
dude.
Digital Services Act and UK's Online Safety Act. If passed, it will lead to digital identity, total de-anonymization of the internet, and massive
So
censorship.
stupid.
It was reintroduced to Congress May 2025. And indeed, we can see this over on congress.gov.
God, this is so stupid. This is genuinely just another fucking Patriot Act. This is the Patriot Act all over again, where they're trying to obviously push something that is a load of bullshit that they know the fucking people would be heavily opposed to under the guise of, oh, it's the Kids Online Safety Act. And it's like, bro, realistically, parents should be watching their kids and being more in fucking tuned with whatever the fuck it is that their kids are viewing on the internet.
1748, what they once again call the Kids Online Safety Act. Although it's currently only in the introductory stage, this is also clearly not good news, especially with all that's currently unfolding
Yep.
across the world. Various governments trying to seize as much control over the internet and
They're just
individuals as they
straight up
possibly
trying to
can, and
see how much they can
payment
get away
processing
with. It's
corporations
insane.
trying to censor things and also achieve as much control as they possibly can too. And groups like Collective
Like,
Shout over in
goddamn.
Australia.
Like, I'm pretty sure that the UK isn't quite literally deleted Wikipedia from like you can't access Wikipedia in the UK because of that fucking act. Why? Because Wikipedia wouldn't bend the knee to the UK, and they wouldn't like change what's on their website for certain things. So they quite literally are trying to control the narrative of history, and it's fucking wild, dude.
Propagating this stuff with the payment
Like,
processors,
holy
and
shit.
we can see what our government's doing. Are they trying to protect people and fight this stuff? No, they seem to love
No,
it. Of course, they'll try and frame it like they're protecting people. Yeah, they're trying to frame it like they're protecting children, but we all know better.
I don't give a shit.
Admittedly, there's not too much information.
They're trying to protect children. Really, is that why a lot of the UN officials were all ousted for being part of sex child trafficking rings? Is that why they all were outed to be a bunch of fucking pedophiles? Because they wanted to protect children? Really? That's why? Is that why everyone turned a blind eye to Epstein and his fucking disgusting island, where they were essentially just raping children? Is that why? Hmm. When you think about it that way, it really puts to question what exactly is it that they're trying to protect kids from, quote unquote, when they are the ones who are putting kids in danger.
Out just yet about the specifics of the bill, but I think we can reasonably presume what this is about. And so let's briefly hop back over to
Oh, fucking
vocal.media,
insane.
this article we started with about what's happening in the UK. We'll just read like these paragraphs right here probably. So it says, the UK Online Safety Act is out and it's already causing havoc. In a digital
So
era where
wild.
privacy is already on life support, the UK's long anticipated Online Safety Act has officially become law, and its real world consequences are emerging faster than many expected.
I will say this. Honestly, what do you expect from the UK where you quite literally have to pay a fee just to have a television in your house? Like, what the fuck even is that? Why do you have to pay a fucking fee to the government for owning a goddamn television? It's fucking insane to me. It's fucking wild. And even if you don't own a TV, you still have to pay that fine, even after you've proven that you don't actually have a television in your house. It's insane to me. But then, like, holy fuck, dude, the government is so ass.
Championed by the
Another reason to
government as
hate the
a framework
government.
to protect children and users from harmful content. Critics argue the act is less about safety and more about surveillance. Now that the
Yeah,
law is
that's
active,
exactly
its
what it's
effects are
about.
starting to ripple through UK internet spaces, and the concerns are loud, urgent, and increasingly justified. We'll take a look at this section too, actually. This is also very important. So they say, under the guise of reducing anonymity and curbing abuse, the law empowers Ofcom and approved platforms to require government-issued ID, facial recognition data,
That's
or other
insane, dude.
personal information to verify user identities, even on
You
apps.
know what's even wild? You already see this shit on dating apps. Like, to get verified on something like Bumble, you need to submit your ID and that ID verifies you. Oh, but if you want to be face verified, you also need to submit your ID and a fucking video of your face where you have to, like, do a circle with your face, look left, look right, look up, look down. Like, it's fucking wild. And even then, those verifications after you do it can be fucking stripped. You wanna know how I know? Because I did them. Literally, when I first got the app, I did it. I did that fucking ID verification. I stopped using the app for like about 3 months. Came back to the app just because I was fucking bored on the shitter, just to see what was down. And guess what? All of it was gone, and I had to re fucking verify everything. And it's so fucking annoying. It's like such a fucking. It's so fucking bad, dude.
Or forums not traditionally considered quote unquote high risk. And here's the kicker, the data doesn't just sit on your phone or with the app, it's a part of a
Yep.
centralized, regulated system. In
So
other words,
insane, dude.
if you want to use the internet in the UK like a normal person, you may have to dox yourself to the government first. That's a
Yep.
level of exposure many civil liberty advocates say crosses a line. We were told this is
Does.
about child safety, says Priya Merton, a digital rights lawyer with the UK based group Open Privacy Alliance.
Oh, of
But what
course.
we're seeing is the creation of an infrastructure that can track, monitor, and punish speech. Arrests for online speech.
Oh
Merton points
yeah.
to
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the UK literally goes and arrests people because you hurt someone's fifis over the internet. It's fucking wild. I remember that article too where it said that the UK was gonna start prosecuting people in the US for what they said online. It's like, okay, dog, your fucking laws don't apply to us ever since we declared our independence from y'all. What the fuck is this weird power trip you guys are going on? Dude, if you don't hate the government enough, I swear to God.
several disturbing cases already emerging in the law's wake. One involves a 19-year-old arrested in Birmingham after being reported for quote unquote offensive comments on a
So
private
stupid.
Discord server. Although
That
the
is
original context was a
such
heated
a
argument about
violation.
politics, the content was flagged via moderation algorithms now required under the new law
That
and
is so
forwarded to
retarded.
authorities. We're witnessing the criminalization of speech, Merton says, and
Yep.
the worst part, the infrastructure now exists to make these arrests easier. And
That's
that's
so
already
wild, dude.
proliferating in the UK. For example, take a look at this top post from 20 hours ago on the subreddit UK Politics titled Elite Police Squad to Monitor Anti-Migrant Posts on Social Media. Top
Damn,
response
dude.
reading, Dear the
What
police
a
officer reading
joke.
this. If your job is to waste my tax money by sitting on your fat arse scrolling through Reddit and Twitter to keep an eye on people realizing that the government of the last 30 years have lost the plot and that they'd rather their community be safe, the HR advisor who
damn.
described you as elite was only doing it to spare your feelings. Go transfer to a county line / SA gang crackdown division if you want to actually live up to why you wanted to become a police officer instead of just doing easy work. The comment right below
God,
that
dude,
saying
the
we should
police,
deport all migrants who have
the
come.
police in the UK are such a fucking joke, dude. They are such a joke, man. Like, holy shit, they are about as much of a joke as the fucking police in every liberal state in America, more specifically fucking California. They are both big fat fucking jokes, and it's fucking terrible, dude.
Legally. Any legal
Police suck
immigrants who commit
ass.
crimes should be deported. Immigrants should not be able to claim any benefit until they obtain ILR, at which point it is determined on their contributions. Migrants have no access to social housing, no hotels, no spending money, nothing. NHS surcharge to continue. And you gotta wonder if that person's gonna get a knock on their door from the elite police force over that comment.
Are
Another
they
top
in the
comment reading.
British?
Look, I'm
Are
not
they
a
in the
fan of the way
UK?
some people talk about immigration, but can we just stop with the authoritarianism, please? If government actually showed they cared about people equally, properly, and not just play lip service to the notion while constantly doing things that prove otherwise,
Yeah.
actually care about our boys not doing well in school, for
Yeah, like how the fuck is this act where you're essentially policing people on the internet, caring about the people's safety and whatnot? You know what's funny? This reminds me of South Park where they did that whole shit where Gerald Brovlowski, Kyle's dad, is Skank Hunt 42, and they released Troll Trace where you can essentially track everyone's internet history. This reminds me exactly of that. Holy shit. Who knew parody would eventually become reality? God
example,
damn, it's
for
wild.
genuine reasons instead of demonizing them, actually care that houses cost stupid money, that the NHS is on its knees and
Speaking of South Park, I'm gonna go on a little side tangent here. Uh, I find the new episode to be fucking retarded. You know, the new one where they make fun of Trump. You want to know why? Because all throughout Biden, they stated, oh, we don't want to do politics anymore. Politics is boring. We're stepping away from politics. And now that Trump is back in office, they immediately jump back on politics and start making fun of Trump. It's like everyone who said that they were being told not to make fun of Biden or else they would be deplatformed and their shows would get canceled. Starting to and we're called that, oh, they're just conspiracy theorists, you know? Matt and Trey aren't scared of the left and of Biden. No, it's just a conspiracy theory. That's why. You're just conspiracy theorists with the tinfoil hat. Well, guess what? They themselves said that they were stepping away from politics, and guess what? Now they're redoing politics. It's pretty fucking retarded. And this isn't someone, this isn't coming from a, oh, oh, they're making fun of Trump, boo on them. No, this is coming from they said that they would make fun of everyone equally, and they are being selective with who they are making fun of in government. It's fucking ridiculous, in my opinion, that they stated themselves that they didn't make fun of Biden because they were stepping away from politics because it was getting boring and bland. And then all of a sudden, what do they do in their new episode? Oh, they start making fun of Trump. It's like, what? What? You're just a bunch of fucking hypocrites. And to not point this out is utterly fucking ridiculous, in my opinion. And to defend it is also ridiculous, in my opinion. Yeah, I will admit, Trump has done some stupid fucking shit, especially as of late with the whole Epstein file shit. He has been doing some pretty fucking stupid shit. I will not deny that. But to sit there and say that, oh, people are outraged that they're making fun of Trump because they're making fun of Trump and MAGA is sensitive and the right are sensitive is a load of fucking bullshit. Okay? It's utter fucking bullshit. And I am heavily disappointed in Matt and Trey. I am so disappointed in them because they said they were stepping away from government and then they immediately come back to start making fun of the government just because it's Trump who's in office. And they refuse to do anything or touch on anything that Biden did whatsoever. It is utterly fucking deplorable how two-faced they are. Just like fucking Bill Burr. And I know I might get hate for that, but hey, it's the fucking truth, okay? They said they would step away from it. They said they wouldn't cover it anymore, and here they are fucking covering it. It's like, bruh. It's just like, bruh. What the fuck is South Park becoming, dude? Like, shit, man. I'm still looking forward to the next episodes, but that just really, like, sat with me wrong that they would sit there and state to their fucking audience, oh, we're not really focusing on government anymore, we're trying to step away from that, and immediately dip their toes right back in government just because it's Trump. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid, given the amount of shit that fucking Biden has fucking thrown at this country, that they could have literally made at least 2 to 3 fucking episodes in their previous seasons making fun of Biden, but they chose not to. And whenever people pointed that out, people were like, "Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist." They're not scared. Well, yeah, it seems like they were pretty fucking scared to talk about Biden, but they're okay with shitting on Trump. You know, given especially, I feel like they should be more afraid of Trump, given that Trump has been suing all these major outlets. Still though, I fucking thought that the episode was fucking hilarious, and props to them. I'm just a little bit tilted that they said they were going to step away from government, and then they came right back to government as their first episode. I just think it's fucking stupid, dude. That's about it. But it's still a great fucking episode. I loved everything about it. Like like having Trump be in bed with Satan, and having him be like the new Saddam Hussein was fucking peak, in my opinion. That shit was indeed hilarious. Okay. Let's not get it twisted. I do think the episode was fucking hilarious. I did enjoy it. I'm just a little annoyed that they chose to reintegrate themselves into politics when they said they would step away from politics. That's about it. Like shit, man. Yeah, let's get back into it. Sorry, little side tangent.
People would have less reason to scapegoat the blame of their hardships onto anyone else.
Like, I cannot wait for the Diddy episode.
If life here is actually good and enjoyable for people in the UK, then people would be happier, and their posts would reflect that. The angry post, regardless of the rationale or ideology behind them, is indicative of dissatisfaction and unhappiness, if not outright suffering, even and when blame is being misplaced. Fix that for people, they'll be happier. Then you all wouldn't need to go crazy with frankly expensive surveillance and speech suppression. And similar stuff unfolding in Australia. 8 days ago from Our Australian Politics, this post titled, Face, age, and ID checks using the internet in Australia is about to fundamentally change. The article itself says the Albanese government trumpeted the passage of its
the shadow people, the shadow corporations that control the government are starting to push their agenda again. They're starting to push their weird agenda of we must control everything again. It's pretty fucking weird, and you can see it because it's a little odd that all of a sudden 3 countries are now deciding to push this weird fucking online, you need to verify yourself to use the internet. It's so fucking wild. And that to me is pretty fucking stupid, because it's like, okay, how the fuck are people gonna apply for jobs when applying for jobs is all done online nowadays? Like, every place you have to apply online. If you try to go and apply in person, they tell you, oh, you have to apply online. How the fuck do you expect people to find work pushing this shit, Like, it's pretty wild to me. Like, I don't want to fucking have to verify myself on the internet. Are you fucking kidding me? It's the internet, It's supposed to be anonymous for safety reasons. And, dude, what's even more wild, it's like, okay, yeah, cool. You verify yourself on the internet, and you think that, oh, it's only the government seeing that? That's a load of bullshit. I mean, like, what was it, like a year ago, 2 ago, here in the United States, everyone's social security numbers was leaked to the world on the internet because there was an issue at the government. You think someone's not going to be able to do that again, except this time dox people on the internet, giving away IPs and faces to match? No, they're totally going to be able to do that. If they were able to, if there was a security breach in the government and everyone's social security numbers were fucking shot out the window for the whole world to view, what makes you think that there won't be another security breach and everyone's internet IDs will be immediately shot out the window? This is fucking ridiculous. This shit shouldn't be happening to begin with. The moment this sat on whoever the fuck's desk it was to like review it and pass it on, should have immediately grabbed it, torn it to pieces, and been like, if you show me something like this again, you're going to fucking jail.
Legislation banning under 16s from social media,
wild.
Which will come into effect in December, but new industry codes developed by the tech sector
insane.
and e-safety commissioner Julie Inman Grant.
I don't even think a VPN is going to be able to do anything with this.
Will probably have much larger ramifications for how Australians access the internet. Measures to be deployed by online services could include looking at your account history or using
Like, that's
facial age
so
assurance
wild.
and bank card checks, identity checks using IDs, such as driver's licenses, to keep children under 16 off social media. Will also apply to logged in
The
accounts for search
fuck?
engines from December, under an industry code that came into force at the end of June. The code will
That's
require search
insane.
engines to have age assurance measures for all accounts. And where an account holder is
Dude,
determined to be
fuck
aged
that.
under 18, the search engine would be required to switch on safe search features to filter out content such as adult material from search results.
That's a
Six
load
more
of
draft codes
bullshit,
being
dude.
considered by the e-safety commissioner would bring similar age assurance measures to a wide range of services Australians use every day, including app stores, AI chatbots, and messaging apps. A top comment on this one
That's
saying,
fucking
simply put,
wild.
this policy will be impossible to enforce. Age verification every time I use a search engine like Google. Okay, so the major corporate owned search engines sign up 1% and comply. That leaves all the other options that I'm not going to go listing, but they are all browser alternatives that focus on user information and data
Yeah.
protection. As far as I'm concerned, what's at stake and what
Brave
should be considered
browser
is
is
being
not
ignored.
gonna sign up
Why
for
is it
this
that
shit.
anytime our government proposes new legislation or laws to supposedly protect us and keep us safe, we never ever discuss the
I
possible
like how they're saying that it's for like pornography and shit. I love how they're saying it's to like circumvent porn when porn companies themselves don't even want to do this. Like, who remembers when Texas literally introduced a thing in their own state where you have to verify just to be able to use Pornhub, and Pornhub simply just blocked all of Texas from being able to access the site. Who remembers that? Because I remember it. Pepperidge Farm remembers it. You know, so it's like porn sites will literally just opt to go somewhere else where these laws aren't in place. So to sit here and be like, oh, it's to prevent kids from, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's a load of crap. It's clearly a play to amass even more power and even more control over what people are viewing on the internet. Like I said, what's to stop them from being like, oh, you live in a Republican sector and you're looking at liberal views, you're immediately blocked off from the internet, you know? Who's to say, like, they already took down Wikipedia in the UK because it didn't want to bend the knee and it wasn't going to change how it was just because the UK said, oh, we want you to listen to us and you have to do what we said. Like, no, they said, no, fuck off, suck our dicks. And guess what? The UK was like, all right, no more Wikipedia, which is fucking insane to me.
abuse of power that could be conducted if we ever faced a government that was authoritarian and oppressive. It's
Yeah.
not about if you think it could happen or will happen, it's always a possibility. It's about the risk involved. We have already, over the last 20 plus years, shot ourselves in the foot as society on a global scale. We just hand new powers to governments on the promise of a safer society and the necessary to protect ourselves. When are we going to wake up and realize more laws, regulations are rarely the answer for long-term safety?
Yeah.
Enforcement of what's already in place and has been working for hundreds of years is what's required. It's that simple. Yes, this technology that's newish in the terms of hundreds of years, but still the same as it's always been. More government regulation is rarely the answer. Informing and education, supplying us with information.
Goddamn.
Regulate the industries that
Who would have thought V from Vendetta what might be a possibility in 5 to 10 years? I sure as hell didn't. But goddamn.
peddle the very things we're trying to protect our children from, but you don't do that because lobby groups with huge endless pools of wealth lobby you not to. Meanwhile, you regulate, enforce, and enslave the people and allow the corporate sector to exploit us, unhindered by regulation. It's time government got back to protecting the people from being exploited and started regulating the corporate world. But then again, who would regulate a group of people who constantly stuff fat wads of cash into pockets and whisper in your ears what should be done? Like I said in my coverage
Dude, it's
yesterday,
fucking
it's
insane,
tragic
dude.
what's happening to the internet, and all of these similar measures being implemented around the globe around the same time frame. It's
Yeah, it's
highly
very
suspicious.
fucking
It's
yeah.
almost
Like I
the
said,
people pulling the strings are not even trying to hide their nefarious agenda. It's like they're indirectly bragging about it even.
I like how he says the exact same shit I said earlier about the shadow people who are puppeting the government are all suddenly making the same play in different countries at the same time.
But let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate ya. I'll see you in the comments.
Oh
Well,
shit. Oh
guys, as you
fuck. I
know, we've
didn't. Oh
recently been
fuck. Oh
discussing lots of
fuck.
topics.
Pause, you sack of shit. Fuck. I didn't mean to click that. Go back.
Welcome back, guys.
But yeah, like, oh my god, dude. It's just fucking insane, man, that the government is doing this shit. Like like, oh my god, dude. If you didn't hate the government enough, I'll keep saying it. If you didn't hate the government enough, and you know what's wild? There's gonna be another revolution at some point where people are fed up with this shit, like in almost every other dystopian book that's out there. Fahrenheit 451, 19, is it 1987? Shit. I need to look this up real quick. Let's see here. Is it 1984? 1984. That's I keep saying 87. I don't know why. But 1984, fucking Fahrenheit 451, all these dystopian books. Who would have thought that they would eventually become reality? Like, damn. Slowly shifting more towards that, and it's pretty insane that people aren't like waking up to this, and those who are just immediately silenced and whatnot, and those who love to live in blissful ignorance just simply fucking choose to continue to live in blissful ignorance, and whenever anyone tries to open their eyes, they just immediately start flailing around. It's fucking wild, dude. Like, holy shit, man. And oh my god, this is why I do this shit. To inform people who choose to be ignorant, and to inform those who want to be informed. You gotta try and target both sides. You can't just target one, because those who are looking for this information, they'll voice their opinions, and they may or may not get silenced, but it's about the people who choose to try to live in ignorance that you have to inform them. Even if they don't want to be informed, you have to inform them forcefully sometimes, because they need to fucking open their eyes and see what's going on in the world. But anywho, if y'all enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And remember to be safe out there. Be fucking careful. You never know. The world is unsafe. It's uncertain whether it's a man-made disaster, a natural disaster, or just some lunatic out there who's just fucking drugged out of their mind. Be safe, be careful, and remember to question everything, believe in nothing, and always seek the deeper truth. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.